Congress back in session in Washington, D.C., swearing in today, Tuesday, the new members of Congress elected in the November elections, with a few seats, of course, still in some dispute. Where does Congress stand in the eyes of the public? Well, not so good. 20% is our latest job approval rating. That's from our December reading of Congress. When we look at 2008 as a whole, the average for the 12 months, the 12 times we measured Congress approval, was 19. So the year ended up about where it was on average. The low point for Congress in recent years, 14% job approval rating, and that came in July. So Congress ended the year slightly higher than it was, but still 20% job approval, pretty low for Congress. That's significantly lower than George Bush's job approval rating, which has been hovering around 30%. Now, there is a difference when we ask Americans, do you approve or disapprove of how Republicans in Congress are doing their job, or Democrats in Congress? We get higher numbers. In other words, when you get specific, numbers go up a little, not much. You see it in front of you, 25% approval rating for Republicans in Congress and 37% for Democrats in Congress. Democrats, of course, control Congress at the moment and still will, of course, after the swearing ends, but 37% isn't great, even for the Democrats in Congress. We did look at some specifics that you'll find interesting. Young people more positive about Congress than those who are older. You may want to email us here at Gallup.com if you have an explanation for that one. Women a little more positive than men. That's probably because women tend to be Democrats, and that leads us to our final point. Democrats a little more positive than independents or Republicans about the job Congress is doing in general. But even though, again, I'll reiterate, Democrats control Congress across this land of ours, Democrats are just slightly more positive than average about the job Congress is doing. Clearly, there's room for approval across all of these subgroups. We'll see what happens now that we have a new Congress, a new Senate, and soon a new president in Washington, D.C. Will these numbers go up? We'll wait and see. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, editor-in-chief of the Gallup poll.